Losing weight is a journey. Successful and sustainable weight loss is more of a jog or a hike than a sprint. It's about wellness and living a healthy lifestyle, not about cleanse or lots of diet pills. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Hello everyone. Sidney's here today to talk to you about losing weight and getting healthy, all at the same time. Those of you who have followed my blog site for years have listened to how I have struggled over and over again with weight gain. I once played pickleball 3 days a week, racketball twice, and usually had a softball tournament to play on the weekends. Very, very active, to say the least. Then I stopped smoking to hopefully add some extra years onto my life. Well, it did. But what happened was I mushroomed. After that, all foods had a fantastic taste to them, even the plain old lettuce. And then, you won't believe this, I gained almost 200 pounds. That's right. I'm not kidding. I couldn't bend over and pick anything up if it fell on the floor. And I definitely couldn't chase a softball on the ballfield or rush up to the net in pickleball any longer. It got awful, really awful. I did accomplish sitting in my chair all day and writing over 50 novels, but where I celebrated milestones in my writing, I didn't observe any milestones in weight loss. I had to stop all of my book signings. I had to stop going out to social functions. And I had to stop doing almost everything I love to do. So then, a decision was made to have a gastric bypass. Yep, I did that. And I lost almost 200 pounds. I looked so good. I even compared myself to Sean Connery when I looked into the mirror after getting out of the shower. Well, after 2 or 3 years, it happened. I gained weight and continued to gain weight, and no matter what diet I went on, I gained weight. I tried every single diet plan advertised on television, including a low carbohydrate diet. And each week through the pandemic for 2 years, I would step up on the scale and begin to get scared that I was headed to the point of no return. Again. I was petrified. Lord, I was scared. Until my wife and I got on a new plan that is one not to be called a diet. I don't do sponsorships and I don't talk about products, but I talk about real life. And this is one thing that I really feel helped me. And it's one thing that I really want to share with my listening audience. As you can imagine, when I found out about this plan, at first, I was very skeptical. So, I was so skeptical that when my wife said I should really try it, I said, okay, let's do it. You see, what happened was my neighbors came down on Halloween last year and we got to really know them well. Their names are Carrie and Stony, or you could call them Stony and Carrie. But either way, they wanted to learn how to play pickleball. Barbara and I love to help what we call the newbies. So, we kind of made a trade, so to speak. I had just run in with the heart doctor, and a frightening one at that, and they put a stent down in my artery in my heart, and it scared me to death the whole time I was laying on that table, not knowing if I was going to open my eyes up again. Whew, what an eye-opener that was. We had them over then to talk more about what they did for a living, and Barbara convinced me that what they did was offer a plan that they had been working on for 4 years, and it's a plan that is more than just a diet. It's a healthy way of life. And I told Barb, I said, I'll go ahead and try it, but I'm going to only give it 30 days. Now, I want you out there, my listening audience, to put yourself into my shoes. I had tried everything and was gaining weight fast enough now that my lovely wife, really, you're going to believe this, but had to put my socks on for me in the morning. I was really at the end of my rope, and each week I stepped up on the scales and it was 2 pounds more. With Barbara's guidance and support, and the guidance and support of Carrie and Stoney, they became better pickleball players. And in the same time, I lost almost 25 pounds in 2 months. And along with that, I feel great. And I rush up to the net now in pickleball, and even a bigger bonus, it's the fat rolls that were covered up by my clothes are more than halfway gone. I'm doing this podcast today because I'm what everyone calls a senior citizen. We have all sorts of aches and pains. Many of us gain weight and simply can't get it off. Well, I've got to be totally honest with you. This healthy lifestyle and weight loss program are, by far, the best thing that has ever happened to me or my wife. My knee? I had my knee replaced a few years ago, and it's always bothered me to bend it or move it. You know something? My knee today works perfectly fine now after losing the weight. And my wife's back? Her back that hurt every day she complained about it, and it stopped hurting. Pickleball, racketball, softball, or even going down the road here a little ways to skiing on Lake Georgetown. You know something? Yes, in 2 short months, I can do it all now, but I still gotta be careful and don't roll around on that pickleball court like my wrestling friend Stoney does. I was his mentor in pickleball, and now he quickly had me playing at the top of my game to beat him. Not to mention his wife Carrie, who is getting there fast if she would only get up a little earlier in the mornings and try to get the worm that Stoney and I chase after each and every day. But enough talking on my part. First, I'd like for you to hear a word from my sponsor, and after that's over, I'd like to bring Barbara in here and have her talk to you for just a moment. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in today.
Hi, this is Barbara. I'm here to give you my story. For most of my life, I managed to keep my weight under control until we quit smoking. I wasn't going to be that person who quit smoking and then gained a ton of weight, but I did. Over several years, I gained about 40 pounds. It took quite a few years to realize my version of eating healthy and getting in lots of exercise wasn't going to work. So I decided to continue the exercise and follow a really low-carb intake diet plan. That did get about 20 pounds and lots of fat to go away, but I hit a brick wall that stayed for about 10 more years. Then we met our amazing neighbors and joined their program to lose weight and become healthier. In only 7 weeks, I've lost 15 pounds, lots and lots of stored fat, and gained lots of energy and a healthier, happier life. I love this program and it works. Vincent van Gogh once said, if you hear a voice within you say, "You cannot paint," then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced.
Thanks, Barbara, for your words of encouragement. Again, I would like to thank everyone for stopping by and listening to Barbara's and my life-changing story. If you once looked in the mirror, and if you saw Sean Connery too, or if you looked in the mirror and you saw Elizabeth Taylor, then give us a short shout on the voicemail tab that you'll find at the beginning of this broadcast and a little blue tab alongside the cover page. So anyhow, until next time, again, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, Barbara, for being my great coach, and thanks goes out to Carrie and Stoney, our mentors. Until next time, see you later, alligator.